Hey, what's up everybody? So today we are trying our Mindsplice Apparatus deck again, but this time we're in Mythic. We haven't changed the deck list at all. We made a video about it a few weeks ago. We were in Platinum, I think, and we actually won a few games with this list. You know, it's not very competitive, I think, but given the right matchup, maybe it is. I don't know. But I really like playing this deck. I'm like intrigued by Mindsplice Apparatus. I really want this card to work in Standard. I just kind of like playing this style of decks. So it's the same strategy, you know, get down Mindsplice, put a bunch of counters on it. You can play everything cheaper. Ultimately, we want to Galvanic Iteration our Explosive Singularity to do 20 damage to end the game. Everything else is just kind of buying you time, you know, searching for cards, putting counters on your Mindsplice Apparatus. And yeah, let's check it out. All right, so I think our goal is to just win one game. If we can win one game, we'll die happy here. All right, one lander, we'll mulligan that. This hand isn't much better. But I guess we can keep it. Probably put back the Gambit here. Hopefully we draw some lands. All right, well that can get us a land. I would imagine that mono blue has to be our absolute worst matchup. Got another way to find a land. All right, we'll just take the land. And if he plays a spell here, I'll Mindsplice. That's perfect. Brotherhood end is probably not great here. He had to discard a card. Alright, we might actually be in decent shape now. Remember, this works with Syncopate too, so it discounts my Syncopate. I could big score here, discard Brotherhood's end, and hold up Negate when he counters it. But if I do it next turn, let's see... Cost 3. I guess I could hold up Negate and Syncopate. I think maybe I'll wait though, because I could only Syncopate for one. He's just discarding cards. Alright, Facade's kind of nice. Alright, now I can big score for one. Alright, well let's see how it goes. Here comes the counter war. Oh wow, he let me do it. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool, because now I can Galvanic Iteration my Gambit, right? So, let's think about this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 10, plus 4, so we get a 10, 11, 12, essentially 12 mana. So, Galvanic Iteration will take 2. And then Cleave, that costs 7. So that's 9. We have 3 left to play in Negates. I think we just go for it. If he counters the iteration, I probably won't play it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just negate. He doesn't even know what I have, and he just concedes. That's crazy. Okay, so I don't think we want Brotherhood end here. I think we want Essence Scatters. We want our Negates. We want our Unlicensed Hearse. Burn Down the House kills everything in his deck. So I think we want that. What do we not want? We could probably cut some Syncopates since we brought in other counters. Maybe we'll cut an iteration. This game's probably going to go long. Maybe we'll cut all but one Syncopate. We'll try this. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to play this deck. I don't know how to play this deck that I've created. Alright, I think this is okay. Got a couple pieces of the combo. We'll play our Reef. Opponent kind of had a bad hand, I guess, last turn. He must have just been sitting on a ton of counters. It's funny though. He they did not want to see what I was even gonna copy with Galvanic Iteration. All right, that's all the considers. 3 considers. He can already play his 5/5. We can Syncopate that though for 1. Very nice. Another Mindsplice. I imagine that the first one's gonna get countered. I mean, the second one might get... They might all get countered. I could go for another one here. Because then I could put a counter on it with the Facade. I don't know if it's really that much better if I wait till his instep, because they're most likely just gonna draw a card and pass the turn back. Maybe in the upkeep is the best shot, but then I don't get to put a counter on it with the Facade. And I don't have a counter spell to hold up either, so... I guess if I'm just gonna go for it. I know it's gonna get countered. Yep. Probably play big score in his upkeep. All right. 3 spells, 3 counters. Ultimately, though, alright, we have... This costs 10, plus the 3 we need for that, so, you know, we get the 13 mana, we can possibly win the game. Them getting the impulse right there feels pretty bad. Probably just put another counter in their hands. I guess we can put it back, send it back to his hand to buy us a little bit more time. Another impulse. I guess if they have a hexproof card, then we'll lose here. I could have taken the damage, and then he wouldn't be able to replay it. Okay, I guess they want to hold up a counter instead. Hearst is interesting, but I think it's a little too late. Plus, it's most likely gonna get countered. So, I think I'll just take the Essence Scatter. Even though I'm pretty sure my Essence Scatter is gonna get countered. I'd rather counter the Djinn. All right, we could still draw. A burn down the house. Not a burn down the house. All right. We could play Blue Sun's Twilight. Maybe I want more Syncopates. Take out a Gambit for 1 Syncopate. My opponent still doesn't really know what's happening, right? Like, I haven't really played any of my combo pieces other than the apparatus. This hand is bad, but I have a Hearst and I'm on the play, so I think I'm going to keep this. Okay, that was a good draw. Alright, they didn't have a Spell Pierce, so that's really good. They would have to send it back to my hand and then counter it. Hopefully we draw a land here. Land is huge draw, not a land. Land. Not exactly the land I wanted, but it is a land. I guess we're okay. We have 2 red sources and a blue source. Yeah, so this is what we didn't want, them to send it back to our hand. But I am going to play my apparatus now. So if I play the Hearst now, it probably gets countered. I imagine pretty much anything I play is going to get countered. So, I think I'm going to play Burn Down the House and just start applying pressure. And I can still hold up Essence Scatter. If I can get them to 10, this is going to be really cheap soon. We'll attempt to counter it. If they counter my Essence Scatter, I'll be able to resolve Unlicensed Hearst. Which is the case. I can actually just take another turn here, right? We're doing it... I think I attack, right? I think I'll be able to finish them off here. I'm gonna be a red short, right? No, because I can net a land here. Yeah, playing the big score for 1 was pretty huge. All right, we did it. We didn't have to iteration. Got him.